Taking some time. Okay, so hello everyone, and welcome to our first episode in this Navigating the Legal Landscape web series, wherein, series, not web series, I'm too much into OTT. Here we are, Indian Institute of Industrial and Professional Studies is planning to conduct this like once or a maximum of 3 times a month so that we can exchange legal language. And I think you might have received a message wherein we are inviting people to come over and speak on their niche, that is on the relevant field. And we are very happy that we have got tremendous response from each and everyone. And we are going through it. We'll be coming back to you very shortly, inviting you to be the speaker of these series. So today we are kickstarting with the advertising laws. So before that, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Advocate Kritika, and this is my 9th year in the profession. And I work in a multinational company as senior analyst. And today I'll be navigating you through the advertising laws. Before that, I would like to have this session as a two-way session. Then if you're not comfortable unmuting yourself and speaking, the comment section is open. You can post your questions, and you can express your opinion, or you can ask your queries. And also at the end, you can unmute yourself, you can ask questions, or if you have any suggestions, you can put forth that so that we can do better things the next time. So this is all about us. So let's get started. I hope my screen is visible. Yes, no. Even a thumbs up would work.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Okay. So today we'll be discussing about workshop on advertising laws and compliance. Now, advertisement is something that we always skip, right? We don't see the entire thing. But the thing is, advertisement are involving too much of legal aspects. It has so many compliance that is to be done, and it is bound by certain guidelines. Now, let me give an example. Let me know your answer in the comment section. Have you ever seen advertisement of a feeding bottle? Yes, no. All of you know feeding bottle, right? The ones that is used to feed milk to children. So have you ever seen advertisement of that in TV?
No, ma'am.
No, right? So have you ever wondered why it is so? Does that mean that the feeding bottle companies, there is no competition, or there is only one company that is doing that? Is that so?
There may be some technical aspects of the rubber which is made so that they don't want to give guarantee to the customers.
Yeah, see, that is bound by the legal regulations, which by the end of this workshop, we'll understand why it is so. And the second question I'll ask you, that all of us know what you mean by Kingfisher, what you mean by Turbong, and many other brands. Okay, but still they are given advertisement in the form of water, spirits, and soda, and all other things. Why this is so? Even this is because of the advertising laws and the compliance that they are bound with. So in this regard, let us first understand what do you mean by the term advertisement. Advertisement is commonly referred as ad, and this is very much important because it makes people understand why it is so. Now, I could reach all of you through the advertisement only. Like, we put up the LinkedIn ad, LinkedIn post that this is happening. We sent you via WhatsApp. So we ask people to put a word. So that is all called as, consolidatedly called as advertisement. So it will it is carefully crafted to capture the attention of the target audience, that yes, we are going here. It may be visuals, it may be graphics, music, slogans, storytelling, whatnot. It can be anything. And it also create awareness about the social issues, it advocates for a cause, and it provides essential information to the public. Like it can be, you can see the advertisements, right? Like, ye advertisement janhit mein jari hai. Now, when you go to see a movie, always you will see the advertisement of tobacco, like how it is injurious to health. And then there will be a disclaimer that this advertisement is issued in the interest of the general public. Okay, and then following next, it will be a significant resource in creating and distributing effective advertisements to reach the target audience by the marketing objective. Okay, so marketing is a strategy wherein advertisement is the execution of the same. And advertisement success is on basis of the consumer behavior, brand awareness, sales, and other relevant metrics. And what are the kinds of advertisement? Here I am discussing about this because to understand the legal aspects in a better manner. First one is print advertising. That is, you are giving brochures, you are giving ad in newspapers and all other things. Broadcast advertising, wherein it is being broadcasted in radio, television, and any other ways. Next is digital advertising. In digital advertising, it may be through the social media platform wherein the advertisements are being done. Next is outdoor advertising. Outdoor advertising is wherein the advertisement is through, you can see they will put all these posters, right? The banners, hoardings, and all other things. They are called as outdoor advertising because you cannot put hoardings anywhere and everywhere. You have to follow certain guidelines. You have to take approvals to put that hoardings also. Next, direct mail advertising. That is sending emails, sending WhatsApp, sending text messages. All these constitute direct mail advertising. Now, if you are a JioSIM user, you might have got a notification when you purchase new SIM. I don't know how much of you have noticed that, but being a law student or being a law professional, it is very important for us to notice that. There they would be giving a caution that this number shall not be used for commercial purpose and you will not use it for any advertising or marketing purposes, and that will be against the TRAI guidelines and also against the SIM usage terms and conditions. Okay, so you can see that disclaimer when you purchase the JioSIM. In-store advertising. In-store advertising is wherein they keep, like now, for example, if you go to a shop, if you go to a grocery shop, they will keep some products in the front row so that you get tempted by it. That is also called as advertising. That is also called as passive advertising. Now, when I go to buy Maggi, I will find some other two varieties there. Then that shop person will be like, hey, yeah, you see this, you see that, you have that option, you have Top Ramen, you have that, you have this. That is also called as in-store advertising, wherein you are being told about that product in the shop or wherever it is kept. So this is not limited. The kinds of advertisement is not limited to this. We have social media advertisement and we have wide variety of advertisements that are prevailing today. So creativity has no limits. Now, advertisement law. I hope I am not going too fast. And if I'm going too fast, please let me know by posting the comments so I can understand. And advertisement law. So now we understood what is advertisement, so how significant it is for a business to flourish. Now, to regulate that, to govern that, we have something called as advertisement law. Okay, so it is called as also marketing law, and it is that regulations which govern creation, distribution, promotion of advertising material. So it covers everything. It is not just about creation or promotion. It includes everything. And why this is significant? Because it protects the interest of consumers, competitors, public interest. Okay, and also the ones who are doing it, so that there is honesty, there is fair, and there is no misleading advertisements and all other things. Okay, and one more thing to be noted is that though globalization is a very much evident factor which we are not able to avoid today, we do not have a global law for this. Okay, and there are different regulatory councils across the country who are governing this. And also there is no stringent international law which says that, yes, this is how it has to be. That is a lacuna which I could say. And it would be a good area for your dissertation topic as well. Next, we will directly jump into legal principles and guidelines for advertising with focus on specific areas. So here I have taken these specific things like this profession, that food, this food, because it will be easier for understanding. Please be noted here, we are not studying with the perspective of examination, but we are here gathered to study perspective of understanding the knowledge or gaining the knowledge and to match with the industry standards. So the first thing that we are going to study is how advertising law is impacting professionals. To start with, let us start with us, that is advocates. So have you ever seen advocates doing advertisements in TV or in radio or wherever? Yes or no? Please let me know in the comment section so that I will get to know that all of you are active here.
No, they cannot advertise, but there can be certain exceptions for it.
Yes. So advocates, as per the Bar Council of India rules, they are not permitted to advertise in the public platforms. All that they can do is they can put their name and their name, qualification, and other things in a board in front of their office. But apart from that, they cannot give any kind of assurances that it has to be that way and it has to be this way. And they can have their own websites, but it shall be for the purpose of education. Now, when you open website of any law firm, it will have a disclaimer wherein you will have to click OK. So that disclaimer would be like, this is for the purpose of education, this is for purpose of sharing information, and this is not any kind of solicitation, this is not against the guidelines that are issued by the Bar Council of India or the Advocates Act of 1961. So it has to be strictly in compliance with the same. That is why you will never be able to find the advocates' advertisement in any of the public platform. This is to avoid unfair competition or stringent competition, and also to protect the interest of the parties. Okay, so now suppose I am a client and I have gone to an advocate, and suppose that is for some property dispute, and that advocate wins my case. Tomorrow he cannot put my name and use my name and tell that, see, for this lady I have got this much of property, that etc, etc, etc. He cannot do that. So in order to protect that, we do not have the advertising rights. We can only leverage ourselves for the education purpose and for sharing the information purpose. Apart from that, we are not supposed to do any kind of formal advertisements. So this is all about the advertisement rights of advocate. Next, we will be going for chartered accountants and company secretaries. Similar to that of the advocates, here even the chartered accountants and company secretaries are prohibited from soliciting clients or their professional work by way of advertisements. Again, they can do promote them only by way of providing education, and the maximum information that they can disclose is details of the partners, address, website, telephone, mobile phone number, and fax number, year of establishment, recognition, languages spoken, honors and awards, research, authorship. Only these things they can do. Apart from that, they cannot do any kind of advertisements. Even these advertisements you cannot find in TV or in any other platform because it is prohibited similar to that of the advocates. And next we have physicians or doctors. So even doctors you will not be finding in advertisements, wherein you will be finding hospitals in the advertisements, and that too it will disclose only a certain amount of information which is permitted by Indian Medical Council. That is, they have started a new practice, or they have changed some kind of practice. They have established a new hospital, or they have changed their address, or some doctor is absent, or they have brought some new equipment, or some new facility is provided. Only under those circumstances, physicians or doctors can do the advertisements. So apart from that, they are not permitted to do advertisement in a normal way. But when compared to that of the advocates, company secretaries, chartered accountants, doctors have little liberation. You can find hoardings of hospitals, you can find their boards, and you can find their these things, what is that, the advertising stuff and all. They are permitted to do that, but not like, but that is not permitted for advocates. And so why do these doctors do free camps and all other things? That is a part of their their marketing strategy. Okay, so when they do these free camps, when they go to various villages, and when they put their these things, they fall under this exemption category. Okay, so that's a kind of advertising that they do. Now I hope you can understand why doctors, advocates, and many other people do indulge themselves in pro bono activities. Pro bono activities in the sense free activities. That is a kind of a marketing strategy that they use to promote themselves. And next one is politicians. Now, can anyone tell me what advertising has to do with politician, or any of the limitations that politicians have in advertising? Don't worry if you are wrong also, no problem. If you feel that, you can put in the comment section as well. No idea? Okay, so this the politicians are bound by the Representation of People Act of 1996, and this was amended, and it prohibited the advertisement for a period of 48 hours, ending with a hours fixed conclusion for polling of any elections in a given polling area. Okay, so now if the election is tomorrow or day after, like we have only 48 hours left, then the politicians are not supposed to do any kind of campaigning activities. See, what do you mean by campaigning? Campaigning is nothing but doing the advertisement, right? You are telling that, yes, see, I am here and I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. You are advertising yourself. So politicians can do the advertisement or campaigning till the 48 hours to that of the election. Before that, they have to totally stop it. And also, they should not be putting their name in the materials that they give. It should not be there. Okay, and also politicians should not be using the government funds for the campaigning or advertising activities. They have to submit a report. Every political party is supposed to submit a report to the Election Commission of India stating what was their budget and what was this amount that was spent by them and what was the source of revenue, like who donated it. Okay, and how did they get that much of money for the promotional activity? So Election Commission of India, if it found any discrepancy in the amount or in the statement submitted, then it can constitute a committee for inquiry on this politicians, that how politician, or it may be an individual or it may be even the party as a whole, that how did they afford this much of amount to do the campaigning or the advertising purpose. And also they have certain restrictions that are imposed by Election Commission of India. So this is all about the professionals and the advertising laws. I hope this is clear for you. And next we have food and beverage products. So I think food and beverage product is something that we are all familiar of. The first one, will start with tobacco. Tobacco, we know Ajay Devgan coming, Rajnigandha, he's telling that, he's telling this, and even today we have Akshay Kumar, who's that, Shah Rukh Khan, and all other people doing the advertisements of tobacco. But have you ever seen they openly mentioning that this is a tobacco product? Unless and until you know that that is exactly a tobacco product, you will not understand the meaning of it. Okay, why it is so? This is so because this comes under the Cigarettes and Other Tobacco Products Prohibition of Advertising and Regulation of Trade and Commerce Production, Supply and Distribution Act of 2003. So this prohibits direct and indirect advertisement of tobacco products all over India. And also in the tobacco product, you can see that, like if you have seen a cigar packet, it will have a notification telling that smoking is injurious to health. Along with that, a very weird, very disgusting image of your lung or some cancer kind of thing, which is very disgusting to see. And it will mention why it is so. Have you ever thought why they have put such a image in their product? That is because it is as per the Tobacco Prohibition Act of 2003. It openly asks that you have to do this, so that the person who is smoking is well aware that you are not supposed to do this. So even after this, how are they doing the marketing? How are they able to land in TV? That is because of their brand extension. And we will study what is brand extension in the later part. Next, we have alcohol, wine, and spirits. So as I said, all of us know when it comes to Kingfisher, when it comes to Imperial Blue, Turbang, and all other things, we know that it is alcohol, but still it is shown in the form of water or the soda. And in this Imperial Blue, though, it is marketing CDs, right? Now you will wonder, in 2023, who's going to use CDs? Why are they advertising CDs? Men will be men, right? They are not advertising CDs. They are advertising their alcohol, and that CDs are their brand extension. They are not supposed to advertise because of Cable Television Rules 1994 and all the advertising codes that are issued, and also as per Advertisement Standard Council of India code also prohibits using of the advertising of these alcohol products. However, social media is an exception to it. In social media, you can see these people openly promoting alcohol products. They tell you how to make a peg and how to do that, how to do this, how uniquely you can do all these things you can find in social media, because these codes are not applicable to social media. That's a gray area that we have. However, we have certain regulations that are to be followed in the social media as well. Again, this will be covered in the upcoming part. So please keep this this point noted. We'll be connecting the dots soon. And next is infant milk food. As I asked, that was the first question, that why we do not see advertisement of feeding bottles in TV. That is because it is prohibited by Infant Milk Substitutes Feeding Bottle and Infant Foods Regulation of Production, Supply, Distribution Act of 1992. So this particular regulation prohibits the advertisement of feeding bottle, the advertising of infant milk food, and other milk substitutes. Like all of us know that children will be given that formula milk, right? But you will never find that advertisement in TV. That is because they are all prohibited. Okay, and why this has been prohibited? This has been prohibited because it has, the government had an intention that it has to encourage the natural feeding of infants, like no formula milk or no feeding bottle or in any other materials will not be replacement to that of the mother's milk. Therefore, in order to avoid it, in order to avoid people promoting and people telling tomorrow that yes, you can give formula milk, you can use this feeding bottle and feed your child, you need not go through that entire circus of feeding a child on your own, or feeding breast milk to the child, use this. So they had to stop it. That is why they totally put a ban on feeding bottle advertisements. We don't want headache only. Let us totally ban it. So it is banned since 1992. This is all about the food and beverage products. Next, we have healthcare. So when we come to healthcare, the first one that we are going to speak is about human organs. So this is very obvious that human organs are nowhere advertised in the TV, or nowhere it is said that certain person requires certain body parts, or you can come and purchase. No, it is not. It is not done, because the Transplantation of Human Organs Act of 1994, it prohibits for the open advertisement, and also inviting any persons either to donate or to supply or any kind of human organs for payment purpose. Now, if someone wants a kidney too, then he cannot tell that I'm going to pay this much of amount, give me your kidney. That people do that, I will not tell that they don't do it. It happens at majority of places, but that is something which is prohibited by the law. Next, in the healthcare, we have magical remedies. So magical remedies, it says that, see, there will be like, you take this tablet in one day, you will be all okay. You do that, you do this, you will be all done, and all of these things. So this is prohibited under Drugs and Magical Remedies Objectionable Advertisement Act of 1954. So you will not find advertisement of any specific tablets, like only Vicks Action 500 and all other things you can find, which is not categorized as any kind of tablet. Okay, they are like chocolates, what we have, and they fall under that particular category. So these kind of advertisements are prohibited in the law. Next, we have services for prenatal determination of sex. I don't know how many of you have attended or visited any laboratory for either a blood checkup or anything. There you can find big boards wherein they have written that here we don't do sex identification, that's an offense, and we are bound by that, etc., etc. That is all because of the Prenatal Diagnostic Techniques Regulation and Prevention of Misuse Act of 1994. This particular act prohibits advertisement relating to prenatal determination of sex, and also determination of sex is an punishable offense, including even the parents can be punished for indulging in such an act. Therefore, this is nowhere advertised. After healthcare, we will be coming to the last one, that is entertainment. So in entertainment, we do have price chits and money circulation scheme. So if you have seen these mutual funds advertisement, as soon as the advertisement is done, they will put showcase a disclaimer, and they will read it super fast. Like mutual funds are subjected to market risk. Please read the description before applying for any scheme, and we are not responsible for any of these amount. This is only for knowledge purpose and all other things. That is because it is as per the advertising laws that they are supposed to follow. So they cannot promote these kind of social media, these kind of stocks and all other things. And they should tell that a great amount of risk is associated with all of these products. And we do have the Price Chits and Money Circulation Schemes Banning Act of 1978, which prohibits advertisements related to price chit and money circulation schemes. And next we have gaming. So gaming is something which is a big debate, and it is associated with the somewhere to an extent with gambling and other part also. Now you can see that the Constitution of India has given the right for the state to decide whether gambling and betting is to be permitted or not. Now we have certain states in India like Kerala where you can find that the lotteries are permitted even today, and some other states wherein the lotteries are totally banned. Okay, so as per the Lotteries Regulation Act of 1998, the power is given to the concerned state government to hold lotteries subject to prescribed conditions. So with the set of terms and conditions, they can have the lottery or they can ban the lottery. And also even IPC 294A is applicable for the lottery violation of Lotteries Regulation Act of 1998. And also we have Prize Competitions Act of 1955 that regulates the prize competitions in certain parts of India, and also it prohibits the advertisement of unauthorized prize competition. Now if they are doing any competitions also, they have to get the necessary approval for the same. And next we have firearms, weapons, and ammunition. So here it's like you can see people would like to have a gun or any other weapon to hold it in style. So that is prohibited. You cannot advertise that you are manufacturing gun or you are manufacturing any weapon. You cannot do that. That is because it is prohibited under the Arms Act of 1959. Because if I have to have a gun today, I will have to have the necessary approval from the concerned person. Like it may be from the police officer, it may be from the district magistrate. So I have to get all of these approvals, and at regular intervals of time, I have to visit the police station. I have to submit my gun for inspection. I have to give them account of the total number of bullets that I have, so that they know that. Only kirpan is allowed as a weapon for any person to carry anywhere in India. That is, kirpan is a weapon that is carried by Sikhs, wherein any other weapon apart from that particular thing shall not be allowed by any person. Now, if I have to carry a gun with me, I should have proper license and I should be authorized to do that yes, I can have a gun with me. Henceforth, advertising of these firearms, weapons, or ammunition is prohibited. Now here you can also consider crackers. So like you have never ever seen advertisement of crackers in the TVs, right? That Deepavali is approaching, purchase our crackers. No, it is nowhere done. That is because even that is bound by the advertising guidelines.
Ma'am, nowadays there are many advertisements for crackers, even in YouTube channels and many Instagram and many things.
YouTube channels are an exemption to this because they fall under the social media category.
Okay, Instagram also, ma'am?
Yeah, Instagram also. So all of these laws will be governing only your television, your TV. Anything, TV, radio, but anything like Facebook, Instagram, your YouTube, or your Snapchat, all of these falls under social media and they are exempted from it. Because you can see the laws that I'm discussing is way too old. Like it is like none of the laws are like the recent ones, none of them in the 2000s. Like the social media era, it came like after 2000, like after 2015, I think it flourished to a greater extent. Before that, we never had social media. Trust me, we never had. It was like, if I could recall my college days in like from 2010 to 2015, it was like we were having this recharge coupons, which we used to get in shops. We should go there and we should purchase that recharge coupons. That recharge coupons would be for 15 rupees, 20 rupees, something like that. We'll have to take a coin and we'll have to scratch it. And it will have around 12 digit ka number. And then for every service carrier, there was a certain code. It was like a *123#. and then we it is *123 star, and then we have to enter that 12-digit code, whatever was there in that one. And we had to click enter hash and then dial it. And then our phone used to get recharged for 10 MB, 15 MB, 20 MB, something like that. Okay, so you can imagine how much data we used to get. That was the amount of data that we had, and it was like we had to do that one. It was like this Google Pay, Phone Pay, we had nothing. So if we had to recharge, we had to go to a shop physically, get those recharge coupons and scratch it and do the recharge. And we used to carry those extra coupons with us. And that person who has extra coupons would be considered as a very rich kind of person. Okay, see, he has extra recharge coupons to do things handy and all that stuff. So it was like that even till I think 2015, 2015-16, it was the same. So after that, it took a great leap. It was like extremely great leap, and now even GBs are not sufficient. Like we need something more than that. So that is the revolution that internet had. So the law couldn't catch up to that revolution. Okay, so now coming back to the point, we'll be discussing about laws governing media in a nutshell. We have Press Council Act, we have Cable Television Network Rules, Code for Commercial Advertising on Doordarshan and All India Radio, Electronic Media Monitoring Center, Norms for Journalist Conduct issued by Press Council of India, Code of Conduct of the News Broadcasters Association. So you can here see that there is nothing specific on the social media. So we have certain guidelines by Supreme Court or from the Advertising Council on which we are regulating the social media. Now, we have certain laws that is protecting the society and the consumer. That is, the first one is Emblems and Names Prevention of Improper Use Act 1950. Now, suppose if I'm using the national emblem in my logo or in the brochure that I do, or if I'm using the national flag, I have to follow certain guidelines. I cannot use it the way I want it. Like I cannot do the color correction the way I want it. Okay, so it has to be certain of that way. Next, we have Young Personal Harmful Publications Act of 1956, Companies Act of 2013, Standards, Weights and Measures Act of 1986. Here it states that any product you sell, it has to have the weight mentioned. So you can see that there will be certain disclaimers, certain exemptions. See, for example, now if you go and take a packet of wheat in your home, okay. So now you see that it will have net weight 1 kg, and in brackets it will have when weighed at normal situations or normal conditions. That is because it is stating that it is an exemption. Sometimes when you weigh, it may be more than that, or sometimes it may be even less than that. Okay, because as a consumer, under Consumer Protection Act of 2019, I have all the rights to file a case against them. To get exempted from that, they put that disclaimer. Okay. And the next we have Indecent Representation of Women Prohibition Act of 1986. This act specifically deals with the advertisements. For example, advertisement of condoms. So this act applies there. So now when you are doing, when you are filming certain advertisement, there you should not be representing the women in an indecent way. So that has to be in a proper manner. So in such advertisements, this legislation plays a major role, and this legislation calls out for that. And next we have Consumer Protection Act of 2019, which is a landmark legislation and ensures the right of the consumers. And then we have IPR, like the Trademark Act, Copyright Act, and a lot of other rights related to the trademark for the protection of that. Now, tomorrow, if somebody is conducting a webinar and they are doing a brochure that IAPS India will be giving certificates, no, that is not correct. That is a misleading advertisement. So here, along with all other rights, even my IPR is violated, because that logo, we have trademark for that. We have the registered trademark. So that cannot be used by the third person for their advertising purpose. And next, we have certain industry-specific laws. So this is a very lengthy laws, and this is, for example, which is especially to the either to medical field or advocates or food and some other things. So now I think I have discussed majority of these, like the Drugs and Cosmetics, Transplantation of Human Organs, Advocates Act, FSSAI Act, that is Food Safety and Standards Act. This enactment also says how and what are the contents that has to be there in the product label. Okay, so in all the product labels, the common thing that you can see is the veg or non-veg symbol, right? If it is, and also if it has eggs, that is because it is as per the FSSAI Act of 2006. It will have the manufacturer address, it will have the marketing person's address, it will have the date of manufacture, date of expiry, and all the details related to that. That is all because it is mandated by FSSAI Act that you have to adhere to these guidelines. So these and single legislation is like very vast. That is why I am giving a bird's eye view with respect to the constraints that we have on time. And if it is there, if we have to study this entire thing, I think it would take a good time of the one entire semester. It is so much of broad. So after studying all of these laws, now we are moving towards the regulatory bodies and their roles. So these regulatory bodies play a crucial role in enforcing advertising laws and ensuring compliance with rules and guidelines set forth in different jurisdictions. So see, now you can ask me, why do we have to have these regulatory bodies for the advertisements? See, TV is a media, or TV is that connecting dot between the entire like globe. Like everybody sees it, and not everyone is as educated as you are to understand what is the particular advertisement trying to convey, how genuine it is, and how true it is. There are so much of innocent people, and they believe that something that they see in the TV is very much true. Now, if you see some interview of some celebrities, they would be like, one day I was seeing an interview of a lady who plays a con role, like who plays villain role in a serial, and she was giving an advertisement, and she was telling that she had traveled to one of the remote areas for a trip or for a vacation for trekking purpose, and there people did not allow her to enter in, and she had to leave that place. That is because people thought her that she is the real character and she is very bad woman, she is a witch woman, and she should not be there. They're like, she is torturing that heroine so much, and that they were so captivated by that character that they really thought that she does not have any other personality, and this is the only personality she has. So people are like that, and they believe that yes, this is, if it is said in the advertisement, yes, it is so. Even today, for that factor, I have my grandmother also, wherever she sees some oil advertisement wherein they tell that, oh, this is very good, she'll be like, yeah, you get me that oil, I had seen in TV that it is very good. I said, yeah, they will tell that it is good because they are the manufacturer, they are the advertisers, they have to tell it good. But we should not be going according to their accreditation, right? But not everybody understands it. Therefore, advertisements are compulsorily to be governed effectively. Now, the first body that governs advertisement is the Advertisement Standard Council of India. So this is a statutory body, and this ensures the responsible advertising and maintain high ethical standards in the advertising industry. And please be noted that for TV, it is very strict. And for social media, this is trying to get its hand in social media because it is very vast and you cannot track everything that happens in the social media. You cannot track every post that is in social media. So this Advertising Standard Council of India is still developing and it is trying its best to match up to the speed. And then we have Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, and Central or State or District Consumer Protection Authority. So here you can register your complaints related to misleading advertisements, false advertisements, or any other things that you are not supposed to do. And this Consumer Protection Act that we have 2019, it also states that the person who is promoting that advertisement is also bound. Now we have a judgment from the Kerala District Consumer Protection Authority, which states that wherein what happened, it was a hair oil, okay, and it was promoted by one of the Kerala heroes. So he had told that use this oil for 45 days and your hair will be back. One person used it very diligently for 45 days, but he did not grow his hair back. So he filed a complaint in the Consumer Authority telling that, Consumer Protection Authority telling that that's a false advertisement and that's a misleading advertisement. My hair never ever grew. So this Consumer Forum had sent notice to the actor, to the manufacturer, everyone. So the manufacturer started taking a claim that no, this cannot be done, and I cannot take responsibility. He has not used it in a proper way, and we did not give any kind of guarantee. And the actor said, I was given a script, I read it, I got paid for it. I have nothing to do with that. I have nothing to do with the results. But the Consumer Protection Authority held that no, you are responsible. The hero is responsible because he is telling people that use, see, I have got results. So you are, and also you are doing it for some monetary benefit and you are telling people, so you owe a social responsibility. And the manufacturer, because you are claiming that it is effective and in 45 days you will get results. So however they use, they have to get the results. And you have not mentioned that it is an exception that you have to use it that way, you have to use it this way. There is no exemptions there. And that is why you can see that in some of the products, they'll have a disclaimer. Results may vary from individual to individual, right? If you have seen that, start reading those these brochures or these covers, these packaging labels. Trust me, you will find it very interesting that, oh my God, they have put these languages in it, and you will be able to connect dots that why this particular language was put in. Okay, so here the Kerala Authority held that both of these people were liable and they were made to pay him the compensation amount. And in the similar cases, you might have been very familiar with that of the packaging bags. Now, if you are going to shopping to any of the place and if they give you a carry bag and if they charge you for that and that carry bag will have their logo, you can file a complaint in the Consumer Forum because they are promoting their product, that is by putting their logo in the carry bag. So they cannot charge for that. So if they have to charge for the carry bag that they give you, it should not be having any logo. It should be clean. That is without any logo. Now, if you see and if you are going purchasing any of the materials, they will give you a clean white color bag. Okay, this may be in DMart or this may be in branded showrooms wherein they are giving you the clothes. Now, if they are having their name imprinted on that, they will not charge you. Okay, so big companies like Bata and many other companies, H&M, even they were prosecuted for doing these kinds of activity, and they had to pay the complainants compensation amount for doing these kinds of advertising, which is prohibited under the Consumer Protection Act of 2019. So this is all about the Ministry of Consumer Affairs. And next we have the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. So I think you might be knowing this Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, especially after Sushant Singh Rajput's case. So that TRP scam was inspected by this Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Next, we have Press Council of India, Bar Council of India, Medical Council of India, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, that is TRAI, and we have Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, Pharmacy Council of India, and Central Drug Standards Control Organization. So all of these organizations will be regulating the advertisements. So now we have studied what is advocates' limitations. So who will regulate all of these things? That will be regulated by Bar Council of India. So any complaint, it can be given to Bar Council of India. And if you see, if you read the Bar Council Code of Conduct, so it has even guidelines that an advocate shall not wear his gown in public places. That is a prohibited thing. So you can wear your this gown, band, and all other things only in the court. In the public places, you cannot wear roaming that. Okay, so that is also one of the criteria that is provided by the Bar Council of India in its rules. So this is all about the regulatory authorities that we have. And next we'll be jumping to the advertising laws in social media era. Before that, I would like to know that are you able to understand till here? Is it clear? And do you want me to repeat any of the things that we discussed, or can we keep at the end? Yes, no. At least please let me know in the comments that I don't feel that, okay, I am alone speaking and none of you all listening to me.
You can continue, ma'am. Everything is fine.
Okay. Yeah, there was someone else saying. One more person was telling
share
something.
the PPT.
Sure, it will be shared. That's why I have put so much of content in the PPT itself, so that I can share it easily. Okay, so next we will be jumping
in memory after some time.
Yeah, sure. And I think it will be helping in the academic purpose and also even for the work purpose. You can have a quick reference.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So to continue, we'll be jumping into advertisement laws in social media era. So social media is your YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, Telegram, whatnot. Everything apart from TV, radio, newspaper, it falls under the ambit of social media. As I said, the laws that we have discussed now is way too old. Like 1952, 1961, 1972, those kinds of laws we have. I think the latest law that we have is 2019's Consumer Protection Act and Companies Act of 2013. Apart from that, there was no legislation that was in the 2000s. So as I said, in that era where we had no Google Pay, no Telegram, like even WhatsApp was introduced. I think it got popular in 2013 or 14 somewhere, that part. Yeah, I think I was in my third year or fourth year by then. I think only then, at least I was familiar with that of, there is something called as WhatsApp or these kind of softwares and all other stuff. We were from the era of Orkut. I know none of you would have been knowing what Orkut is. Okay, like only if you are from that era, you would be able to recall, okay, so we had something called as Orkut. So like, yeah, I do refer myself as a person who belongs to the era of Orkut. So that was I think the very first social media platform India had ever seen. So we had to go to cyber cafes to access that platform, and we had to do all of those circus to do that. It was never that handy in phone and all other stuff. And after that, we got invaded by Facebook, by WhatsApp, by Instagram, TikTok, and whatnot. So it became very quick that the lawmakers were not able to pull up their socks and match with that of the speed in which the legislation has grown. Okay, so and it is not easy on the part of the lawmakers also to bring new laws, to amend new laws. Okay, because see, it takes a cumbersome process to write an email or to write a letter or to write an assignment. Will take so much of time, even corrections, even then there will be errors in that. To make a law, it takes a lot. It takes a lot, trust me, that you have to think of every possible situation. You have to think of the worst thing that is going to happen. Okay, so all of that things are there, and yeah, so somewhere or the other we have gray area in the form of social media. We do not have stringent legislations, but however we have certain guidelines which we are going to discuss. The first one is advertising, and advertisers and influencers on social media must clearly and conspicuously disclose what content is sponsored or paid for or a part of promotional agreement. Now you can see that in Reels, you can check sponsored content, right? If you check any Reel, like you go for a Reel, it will show that this is a sponsored content. That means that this Reel is being posted on as an advertisement. Okay, so you can see that. That is, the advertiser is paying that person who is in the Reel to post that Reel. Okay, and some influencers would put the first thing in caption as star mark, not a sponsored content, and has star mark, and that is to show that no, this is not a sponsored content. So don't think that this is something that I'm doing for money. So if it is a sponsored content, then it will be shown as sponsored content, and it is mandatory on their part to market. Next, yeah, the Advertising Standard Council of India guidelines, it stated that the hashtags like ad, sponsored, collaboration has to be marked to indicate a sponsored content, so that the people would be knowing that this person is not giving his opinion about it. The person is giving opinion that he has been asked to give. Right. So, you know, now see, now we have Aishwarya Rai Bachchan doing a Lakme advertisement. We know that it is not her opinion, right? It is something that she is asked. She is given a script and she is told, okay, girl, you tell this in front of camera. That's why she is telling that. So we know that. So even in the social media also, they want people to know that this has to be understood. And also in YouTube videos also, you can see that this video contains sponsored contents. So next time when you see videos, look at these tiny aspects. As a law student, you should develop these habits in you, so that the hungriness for gaining knowledge and that curiosity never fades in you. And ASSI has issued guidelines for influencers and content creators in India to ensure transparency and compliance with advertising laws. Now you can see that this is only for India, but not in the global level. Platforms like Instagram, LinkedIn are at the global level. And even I am here very happy to state that amongst us, we have a person attending from Bangladesh also. I think, sir, you are here, like we spoke in LinkedIn today. Yeah, I think he is here today. So yes, that is the power that social media has. Like I'm doing this program somewhere in India at a corner, and I have a person attending from Bangladesh here to know about the advertising laws that we have. Okay, and next we have the influencers must disclose their relationship with the advertisers and avoid making false or exaggerated claims. So these influencers are also bound by the Consumer Protection Act of 2019. And advertisement on social media must not contain false, deceptive, or any kind of misleading claims. Yes, and as I said, Consumer Protection Act 2019, as it is a recent one, and by then the social media era had flourished to an average extent, I would say, not much in 2019, but it was there. So they are bound, and the Consumer Protection Act of 2019 is also applicable in those platforms. And advertisers must comply with data privacy laws such as information technology, reasonable security practices, procedures, and sensitive personal data or information rules of 2011. So they should be protecting their private laws, like it shall not, these privacy laws, it shall not be given in the public platform. Now, for example, you are bound by, we have entered into a privacy law, that is, you have given your WhatsApp number, you have given your email number, email ID while doing the registration. That means that we are bound to protect it. So we have to take all precautions in order to ensure that this will not be leaked to a third party, and we are not supposed to unauthorizedly share it with someone that, yeah, take, this is the data, this person are interested in advertisement law, you take their number. No, that is not permitted. Okay, and then brands using UGC. UGC means user generated content in advertising on social media platform are responsible for ensuring that the content complies with advertising laws and guidelines. Now, see, we have reels that we do, right, in Instagram or in Facebook or YouTube videos. So that is generated by me. Sometimes I will not be given the script, like not necessarily always that it has to be on script. Some people refuse to take script and they prefer to write their own script. At such circumstances, the social media, the advertisers are liable to ensure that it is in compliance with that of the advertising laws and guidelines. Like it is not violative of your Competition Act also. Like even that should not be violated. And then we have this Information Technology Intermediary Guidelines and Digital Media Ethics Code, Rules of 2021, a recent one. It states that if any of the picture or any of the video is violative of any of the advertising laws or the content is inappropriate, then that content has to be removed. You might have seen, right, like there is a copyright strike in Instagram. You can see that option, like report content. When you go and click on that report, you will get so many options. You can get options like not a regular activity, or it is violative, sexual content, child abuse. You will get all these options. So that is in compliance with that of the Information Technology Intermediary Guidelines and Digital Media Ethics Code, Rules of 2021. And when you upload a video in YouTube also, it will ask you for this one. What is that? What do you tell for that? Copyright check. So it will also do a copyright check and it will tell that this is not violative of that one. And also when you scroll certain posts, you will find a masked image which will state that sensitive content. Okay, that is because it will have blood, or it will be showing some murder image, something like that, right? So that is all as per this particular rules of 2021. And yeah, and also Election Commission also has given certain guidelines regarding the social media that it has to follow to ensure the transparency, and also the politicians not misusing the social media because of this extremely gray area that we have. And social media is not having any kind of I could say that any kind of purview or any kind of limitations. It is global, and as I said, we do not have any global law. And yeah, this is a very perfect topic for your dissertation, because this is so big and so wide, and you can write a lot of things in it. So this is all about the advertisement laws in social media. Now we will be connecting our dots back. That is, we discussed about, if you could recall, about half an hour ago, we discussed about the advertisement of alcohol, advertisement of tobacco products, right? And we discussed something called as brand extension. And that process of brand extension is done via this surrogate advertisement. So what is the surrogate advertisements? Surrogate advertisement is wherein they are doing advertisements of the same brand, but a different product. Okay, so that is called as you are doing an advertisement duplicate of that product. As I said, all of us know that we have this Royal Challenge. We know what it is, but we know it is alcohol, we know it is a beer brand, but still it is advertising as a soda. Okay, so and it is showing the lifestyle and all other things. That is because they have opted this concept of surrogate advertising. Imperial Blue cassettes and CDs, Bagpiper soda cassettes, CDs, Royal Challenge golf accessories, mineral water, and all other stuff. Okay, so surrogate is wherein it is yours, but again, it's not yours. The same way we know that surrogacy motherhood, right? Like wherein that person will have a child, but it will be finding its place in someone else's womb or someone else's stomach. Like the child will grow there, right? The same way the surrogate advertisement, like it will have the same brand name, it will have everything, it will have the brand image, everything will be there, but the product will be different. Now for that purpose, can they have the same thing like everything? No, they cannot have it. They have to do something called as brand extension. Okay, so brand extension can be done as per the terms and conditions that are put forth by the Advertising Standard Council of India. For this, they have to reach a turnover, a specific turnover of 20 lakhs per month, and they have to have the, it should be a 3-year-old brand, and it shall not be a new brand, and also it has to have the proper taxation and all other compliance that has to be done, stating that yes, this is not to mask, but there is an exactly brand like that functioning in the society. And once they do that, once they get clearance from Advertising Standard Council of India regarding the brand extension, then they have to shoot that advertisement, and then they have to get it certified from Central Board of Film Certification. CBFC, you know that, right? Wherein they will give certifications to the movie. While watching movie, have you ever seen the film certificate that they disclose in the front? Can anyone recall at least one of the film certificates that is given to movies and tell me what it is? Yes, no, maybe, no idea. I'm happy with any answers.
If it is against any religious sentiments, they may
yeah, any kind of
ask them to
certificates you can recall. What are the kinds of certificates that they give?
U certificate.
U by A.
U by A. Can anyone tell me what is A?
It is adult above 18, and U by A under the supervision of adult, and U is child, children.
Yes. So U is for universal, that is anyone can watch the movie. A is adult, that is it has to be only with the plus 18, and UA is wherein even a younger person can watch it, but with an adult supervigilance. Okay, so these are the kind of film certificates that we have. Very good, I'm really happy. So this film board will look at that advertisement, and then it will certify whether it is okay or not okay. So what are the criteria for that? That it should not have any bottle or any that actual product kept. Now, if you see this Bagpiper soda, it will not show you that Bagpiper ka beer or Bagpiper ka whatever, like I think they are whiskey manufacturers. So that should not be kept anywhere. Okay, so if you see that advertisement, it will nowhere tell you that it is that. And that Imperial cassettes blew to that advertisement. I think only the people who are alcoholic can understand that, yes, this is a brand and it is something to recall their memory, because it is something totally different. It is the next level advertisement it is. Okay, so they have to do all these things and get it certified from Central Board of Film Certification. Only then they will be authorized to release that particular ad in the television, in the radio, or in the any kind of print media, that is newspaper. So they have to have this certificate of brand extension. And this is not applicable to social media. So they can post whatever they want in the social media. So this is not applicable to that. Okay, so surrogate advertisement of the product, prohibited products has to be done in compliance with ASIC code, CBFC norms, and Cable Television and Network Rules of 1955, and with notification to the Information and Broadcast Ministry of India. And certain channels have guidelines that they will not be telecasting these advertisements from this time to this time, like which is a very family shows. They will not do that at prime time, like 9 p.m. and other times have like 8 to 9 p.m. is considered as a like prime time. Like many people watch TV during that time, so they will not be published at that time. So that is up to the television people to do that. But yeah, they have to follow certain of the guidelines. But these laws are not applicable on social media, blogs, vlogs, and any other platform. So they can advertise their products without any restriction directly by showing their names. That is why we can see many influencers, like they're drinking alcohol, they're making these pegs and all other things, and they are openly telling that, yes, this is alcohol brand that I drink, because social media is not under its purview. So this is all about the social media era that we had. And now we will be jumping into case laws. Like, I do not have much case laws to discuss with you, but I have got 3 very important, interesting case laws. The first one case law is Horlicks Limited versus Zydus Wellness Products Limited. That is nothing but Complan. So this is Horlicks versus Complan. So what happens is Complan made an advertisement which stated that 1 glass of Complan is equal to 2 glasses of Horlicks. Okay, so it stated that what the nutritional value 2 glasses of Horlicks has, it is in 1 Complan. So this advertisement was aired in multiple channels, and Horlicks was obviously aggrieved by this advertisement, and it approached the High Court on the ground that the advertisement was misleading and it amounted to disbarment. Okay, that is they are bad mouthing about the Horlicks. So Complan said that, no, this is not a misleading information, because of the serving size, like whatever is there, the nutritional value, whatever they have disclosed, it is this similar thing when they count. So even then, the High Court held that this was misleading and disparaging, that is, their bad mouthing, even though the disclaimer was there in the advertisement and the same was not clear. So whatever it is, 1 cup of Complan was equal to 2 Horlicks, irrespective of the serve size, whatever they have mentioned. The advertisement was not proper, and it was not clear, and it was misleading, and it violated the Horlicks Limited's right. And also it said that this there was balance of convenience in the advertisement that was established, and hence it caused irreparable injury to that of the Horlicks. And also it amounted to a lot of disparagement, that is bad mouthing, and you are spreading false and fake news about them, and it granted an injunction, and it stayed that advertisement in the public platform, like all the TV channels. This was stopped. Now, if it is in the social media also, they can stop, and also they can invoke the provisions of Competitions Act here. And next we have Rajiv Sharma versus Maruti Udyog Limited. So this is a very old case of 1997. In this here, what happened? In this case, what happened was, like, it was in Delhi Consumer Forum. This person, Rajiv Sharma, he brought a car, and that car, they showed that they told that it will be giving a mileage of 16.7 kilometer per liter, but in reality, it provided only 10.2 kilometer per liter. And this was challenged by Rajiv Sharma in the District Consumer Forum, Delhi, and he stated that advertisement of theirs, that it is going to give 16.7 kilometer mileage, induced me to buy the car, and now it is not giving the mileage. So based on this, Delhi District Consumer Forum ordered Maruti Udyog Limited to pay him 1 lakh rupees compensation. Now, that is the reason which alerted all of these manufacturers, and you can see a disclaimer that the mileage may vary depending on the driving style, depending on the road, and all other things. So whenever you see a ad or a mention about the mileage, you can immediately find the star mark, and at the top and at the bottom corner you can find this may vary, results may vary, or mileage may vary. It may depend on the driving style / the road condition, the usage style, and all other things. These disclaimers are provided to escape from this liability that arises on them. Okay, so is this clear?
Ma'am, is there
Yes,
any
no?
guidelines for petrol quality or something like that?
Yeah, see, that will be again under this these rules, like that will be for this that density check. So whenever you are filling that petrol or diesel whatsoever, in the fuel bank you can find the density. I am not sure of the exact number it has to be there, but all I know that it has to have certain density. If it is below that certain density, you can file complaint against that fuel booth that they are selling the wrong or they are not selling the good quality petrol. Like if it is the power, the power fuel, then it will have little different density. If it is normal fuel, then it will have different density. So it has to be as per the density.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
And next we have a very interesting RCB case. So it was in 2008 when the IPL tournament was about to take place. A PIL was filed in the Supreme Court of India by a Faridabad resident named Krishna Kumar Agarwal. And he sought an restraint against the name RCB, Royal Challengers Bangalore. He said that Vijay Mallya was not absconding by then, 2008. So he should not be naming that one as Royal Challengers Bangalore because he had his breweries. Okay, so United Breweries Group, that is that company where he manufactures the whiskey Royal Challenge. So he filed a PIL stating that should not be done and he should not be permitted to name RCB as RCB, that is Royal Challengers Bangalore. Supreme Court dismissed this petition in the first hearing itself. The bench stated that Royal Challengers was different from Royal Challenge, and it stated that the filing petition itself was leading to undue publicity of the liquor brand. So he said that, yeah, you are filing the PIL, that means it will attract a lot of publicity and all other things. And over there, you are aiding to the marketing of that. Okay, and also the Supreme Court held that alcohol is not prohibited. Okay, so it is not like the Gujarat and Bihar and other places wherein the selling and purchase of alcohol is a totally prohibited thing. It was like, it is up to your discretion to drink or not to drink. Like the tobacco also. See, we tell you till the moment, even after the moment you purchase that product, we are going to alert you that this is not good for your health and you should not be drinking it. You should not be smoking it. Even after that, you choose to smoke. So that is up to you. So the Supreme Court here said the same thing, that it is up to you and it is up to your perspective that you are doing. And the bench even asked the counsel in that case that why do you look for liquor in cricket? You just watch the cricket match. This was the exact wordings of the bench to that counsel while dismissing the case. They said that look at the other aspects, and that was the benefit which Vijay Mallya got because of this brand extension that he has done. And for various names, he has named after his brewery. You can find a mall in Bangalore also, that is UB Mall, that is named after his mall, wherein his penthouse is there at the top floor. And that is United Breweries Mall. Okay, so yeah, that's Vijay Mallya for us. And yeah, that's how this particular case was dismissed on the first hearing itself. Yeah, so this is all about the advertising in a very nutshell. I will not tell that this had covered all the aspects. I could say that I was able to cover like maybe half of it or something. And yeah, I don't think it was not even half of it. Like it was a spoonful of knowledge from that vast ocean of advertising laws. Yeah, so this is all what I had on my table. And after the session, I'll be sure sharing the PPTs with all of you. And if you have any questions, you can let me know. We can speak here. And yes, yeah, so I was asking about art person from Bangladesh. Yes, we have Faisal Ahmed here from Bangladesh. There's a breastfeeding act here. Yeah. Okay, so any questions, anyone? Yes, no. Thank you so much, sir. See, I always tell and I always believe that, see, there will be questions, there will be no questions in two scenarios. That is, either you have understood everything or you have not understood anything. It would have been read like Latin, French or something, and you don't have any questions because you have not understood. Or it maybe you have understood it so well that there are no questions. Yeah, first one.
We have understood, ma'am. It was simple and easy. So no questions.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
It was
Thank you for
so
that.
fast, man. It was so
Yeah, I
fast.
tried.
Yeah, no, I am not. What question do I have to ask? That itself, it's a big question. What I have to ask?
No,
Well,
I
going through the PPT only, we will have the questions and all.
yeah, I do speak a
Mhm.
little fast. That's why I said, like, if you feel that I am speaking
No,
fast, please do let me know so that I can slow down a little.
no, ma'am. Your flow must be, no, we must not disturb that flow, ma'am. It will not cover the entire portion. But anyway, it's
Yeah,
a
next
very
time I'll
wonderful
be
question.
little slow, sir. I'll try to be little little
No,
slow.
ma'am. You are always like this. So you be like this only. We have to change. Particularly, I have to change.
I'll no, so that's really a good feedback because everyone will not be able, especially if there is any network issues or something like that, it will be difficult to catch up.
But anyway, ma'am, my small request, a special
Mhm.
program for that consumer protection now 2019, ma'am.
Yes,
How
yes.
to file, that practical difficulty with
Mhm.
the consumer protection state and the district state and central national. So how to
Mhm.
go about? Maybe
Sure,
it may be that session may be even nominal charges are also can be
sir.
fixed, ma'am.
Sure, sir. Sure, we'll plan for that.
Ma'am, can you plan session on OTT laws? Like nowadays, they talk a lot about OTT laws.
Mhm.
There's a requirement as well. Even in job descriptions, a lot of time there is this like you should have a knowledge of OTT laws.
Yeah, sure. I'm noting it down. Please give me a minute. OTT laws, right? Like the social media laws.
Yeah, social media and OTT, like whatever they
OTT.
release, web series and all those things.
Yeah, the censorships on OTTs. Correct, Altaf. That's the correct word.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, sure. I'll try to find a resource person on this one, censorship on OTTs.
Ma'am, you have mentioned the authorities for the certain things. If it is a oil, there is an authority. If it is a media, there is an authority like that. How can we file a complaint? Where to file a complaint?
See, you can file a complaint to that particular authority. Now, for example, if an advocate breaches any kind of law or any kind of code of conduct that is given by the Bar Council of India, then you can file a complaint in the Bar Council of India. You can file it in grievance redressal cell. You can go to their websites, you can find their email, and even there you can register a complaint against that person. And query committee will be set up. You can even give complaint in the state bar council. You can even give like if somebody is practicing in Bangalore, So there will be the Karnataka High Court Advocates Council, and there is like State Bar Council. So you can give complaints in those places.
What everything you have stated comes under civil.
Yeah, it will be all civil.
Okay, now if in TV or something, if as I said before, if it is affecting religious sentiments or something, it will come under IPC, right? So that also will come under civil.
No. See, there are exemptions for that. What kind of religious sentiments are being disturbed, and what is the options and how it is done. Now, for example, we do have this Ushaben Chitramandir case. The one who have studied torts would be knowing this. This was against that movie Jai Santoshi Ma. So wherein they had shown the three goddesses as jealous and they fight with each other, etc., etc. So in that case, the court held that no, that is not the hurting religious sentiments, because you are given a choice. You can watch movie, you cannot watch movie. So it is up to you. And I think now, as the case of Adipurush is going on in Ahmedabad High Court, I think it's Ahmedabad only, and also they have filed a petition in the Supreme Court also regarding the physical appearance that they have asked for, the movie updates and all other stuff. So we may have a new landmark judgment in this area, that how and how.
No, I think
when-
today I have read that, ma'am, they have said that there are a lot of things to do other than the movie thing. So please don't watch the movie if you don't like that. Some judge have said.
Yeah, that was what held in this Jai Santoshi that Ushaben versus Bhagyalakshmi Chitramandir case. Even there, it was held the same thing. So even the other places, that was like, see, it is up to the individual either to watch or not to watch. The Supreme Court is not entertaining these applications, but wherein the Ahmedabad High Court is taking up the case in a very fast manner. Like it has asked the producers to come and appear in person, but Supreme Court is not entertaining. It has quashed that person's appeal, stating that we will not be going in person. So the producer had filed a writ that Ahmedabad High Court does not have jurisdiction to call us. So that Supreme Court has quashed it. So we can expect certain updates.
Yeah, ma'am. But in certain
I
films,
think
they
that
have
would be.
they have banned certain films also. On what basis they are banning, and what basis they are saying, okay, it is just a movie, okay, you should not watch. Discretion of the court, or else any certain laws are there?
Discretion of the court here. This is purely discretion of court. That is because, see, there is no stringent law that says that this is how it has to be. And it is telling that, yes, hurting of religious sentiment. But what is hurting of religious sentiment is nowhere defined. So that is where I think, as I said, the lawmakers were not able to pull up their socks to match this particular thing. And yes, this is how it is, and this is how it has to go. So there the gap is, and it is depending on case to case, and also it is depending on facts to facts. And even today, like not today, like day before yesterday, for a Kannada movie, it was that leading actress, heroine, she had filed a case in the Karnataka High Court, stating that some of the clips that were shown in the movie were used in the movie without her permission, and she had not consented for that. That was just shot as a trial, either to see it is okay or not okay, and that was used without her consent. So the the Karnataka High Court, it dismissed the petition, and it said that no, we cannot entertain this. Just now you have shot it and they have used it. There was nothing specifically called as they should be coming to you and asking, can I use this shot or can I use that shot? So she lost that. That case was dismissed on a very frank note. That is all because there is no law which expressly states this is that and this is this. Now we have clear distinction between what is dacoity, what is robbery, what is that, what is this, what is theft, but we don't have the exact definition of the other parts. However, the lawmakers are working on it, but as per my understanding, what I have seen is they would at least take one more, nearly like one more decade to exactly tell this is the law is, and this is how it is going to be. And to match laws with the existing scenario, it will surely take that much of time. So till then, it is purely the discretion of the court. It is the clauses, it is the laws that the advocates pick up, and the representation that they make in the court.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes,
Can I
sir.
ask you, ma'am?
Sure, sir, sure.
Thank you. Thank you very much, ma'am. You covered a very important topic on advertisement. I'm a practicing attorney,
Mhm.
and I do at the global scale also. I'm also your student from the past also. I passed a diploma from with your teaching
Oh,
about
thank you,
1 year
sir.
ago. Thank you. And I have a question, ma'am.
Sure, sir.
I deal a lot with indigenous communities,
Mhm.
around the world. And recently, I want to introduce the same concept of teaching the indigenous communities about their legal rights
Mhm.
through advertisement. I know the Bar Council has restrictions on advertisement of an advocate talking on a media or a platform about the rights of indigenous community. I think the Manipur case is a classic example where the two tribals are fighting with each other.
Mhm.
And again, those rights were clubbed with some political party and making it complicated. Likewise in Shillong, in Kashmir, all parts of India. And I do predominantly in the African side as an international indigenous court of justice and also international indigenous criminal courts. We have established our own prison systems dealing only with the indigenous communities.
Mm.
Can we do such advertisements in India? That is my question. Can we
So
do that?
here it is like you cannot advertise yourself that you are that person who are doing this, but you can do it as a social activist.
Mhm.
You can
No,
call yourself
will
as an
the
educationalist.
yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. Can I mention names of some of the people involved? They are mostly advocates. Some come with the social service organization experience.
Mhm.
Can I advertise those advocates' names into in a blog or a television channel? Can I do that?
Yeah, you can very well do that, provided you quote it like you are spreading the information. It should not be
Okay.
evidently an advertisement. Like it has to be dressed well.
Mm.
Somebody
No,
seeing that should
why
not be
can't
feeling
it?
that.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, somebody seeing that should not be feel that that person is advertising. See, suppose you are authorized to pass on information. You are authorized to provide legal awareness. Now, see,
Mm.
many of the law firms, what they do is like they conduct these legal camps in remote areas.
Mhm.
So they go there, they put their tent and they camp and they speak to a lot of people.
Okay.
They
Which is like a
create,
free legal aid, right?
yes,
Legal aid
yes,
camp. Correct.
yes.
We do
So
that
you can
also.
do that.
Yeah. So, but again, can it be telecasted live?
Even
Can we
we
do
do
that?
all
Is
that
it allowed by
before.
the Bar Council of India?
Yes, it is very much allowed. You can do pro bono activities.
Okay.
You can conduct legal awareness camps. There is no restrictions for that.
No.
Even law colleges, they also do the same thing as a part of advertising their courses or advertising their the panelists. And you can see many advocates who will be in rush to join with those colleges for these legal aid camps.
Okay. Okay. No, the reason also why I'm saying is some of the indigenous communities have their children who are advocates now.
Mhm.
They want to promote themselves, in the advocacy profession as advocates representing all the indigenous communities, and they want to make money.
Mhm.
Can that be recommended for them to go ahead advertise using their own social media channels or use the television as a channel again to bring the awareness also?
No,
Plus,
sir. No. They cannot do that.
we cannot. Okay.
They cannot advertise in TVs and other things. They cannot tell that I'm a social activist. Come to me. I'll do that. I'll do this. No, that is not something that is not permitted.
Okay. Well, what
Yeah.
about the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes
So
who are
whatever,
educated
for
now.
any person who is an advocate, he should not be doing that. Like
Oh, I
the
see.
advocacy comes first, and then the other
I see.
parts.
I see. Okay, ma'am.
However, he can provide the education. Like as I said, if you open any websites, any blogs, even the videos that I do, I give a disclaimer that this is only for education purpose, and this is not wherein I'm soliciting myself.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. That answers my question. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Thank you.
Yeah, Aditi, you had something. Was it
No,
Aditi or
ma'am. No, ma'am. My doubt is cleared.
Okay, yeah.
No, the
So I
sir has asked about the advertisement. That is, he can provide information regarding what he's doing. And he can tell for any queries, contact me like that. But he cannot say, come to me. That's the main difference, because many people are
Yeah.
posting in Instagram, YouTube, and many things. They are just providing information. For any queries or anything, you can contact me like that. They are providing their contact number.
Yeah, that's what he cannot tell that you come to me, I'll take the case and I'll make you the case win. No, that is not
Yeah,
possible.
he cannot say for any queries or anything.
Yeah.
He can provide the number. That's the main
Yeah.
difference there.
You can keep the numbers scrolling on the video. That's what I do always. Like I keep the numbers scrolling and I tell that for any queries or for more information about this video, you can contact me via WhatsApp to the specific number. So that it is not wherein I'm telling that, yeah, I'm gonna win that case for you, or I'm outstanding, or I'm special, or something like that. It is like that. So you have to have that clear balance. Okay, yeah, I think this is all what we had today. So are we good to wind up? Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am. And you have said about some orator or something. I don't get it. That is before they have said if you are interested to speak for some hours, you will be given training like that. Some information is given in the
Yes.
there is initial stage. I don't know about it. Can you just explain that?
Yeah, sure. Like this navigating the legal workspace, we are conducting the series of workshop on various aspects of law, and we are trying to reach the maximum number of people via this platform. So we are looking for speakers. So if anyone is interested in being speaker, I'll be sharing the form so that you can fill in your topic of interest and area of interest. And based on that, we will be conducting one of the workshop wherein you will be the speaker and you will be addressing the gathering.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, I'll share a clean, detailed message regarding this. So after this session is done. Okay, and thank you everyone for joining. Have a great weekend and have a great week ahead. Thank you.
Good weekend. Good weekend, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, sir.